Last week, we told you about a new interview with Paul Stanley in which he revealed something most of us already expected, which was that Ace and Peter would not be performing with Kiss at their final two performances at Madison Square Garden in December. But it was also how he characterized what their appearance would sound like that certainly got all of our attention. He said that Ace and Peter would mar the experience if they were to perform with Kiss at those final two shows. Now, this is also in line with similar comments that Paul Stanley made earlier this year on the Howard Stern show, in which he said if Ace and Peter played with Kiss, it might sound like piss. Of course, that ignited a war of words in which Ace Frehley went on Eddie Trunk and he said that he was going to tell some dirt that nobody knew about Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. He appeared a week later on the show and revealed he had had a change of heart. He wasn't going to be doing that, but now things seem to be inflamed once again with Ace Frehley taking a dig at Paul Stanley, revealing that his new solo album is going to make Paul Stanley look like an imbecile. Damn! But Ace Frehley is actually responding and reacting to what Paul Stanley had to say about him last week. He obviously isn't taking too kindly to this. Here's what Ace had to say in a new radio interview. Ace Frehley participated in a new interview with Zack Attack on 93.5 FM Max in Indiana when he spoke about his upcoming solo record. He told them, "My album is done and it's being mastered as we speak, and if everything goes well over the weekend, the album is going to be delivered to the record company Monday, October 30th. Revealing what fans can expect from the album, he said, "I think it may be the best album I've ever done to date, and it's the first time I co-wrote most of the songs with Steve Brown from Trickster. He's a great songwriter, and I'm a great songwriter. And we put our two heads together, and songs come out doubly good. He also harmonizes perfectly with me. I've never really written with that many people. Most of the songs I write by myself. I might get a little help from somebody, but this album pretty much is co-written by Steve and myself. Almost every song. And it came out way better than I had anticipated. And the vocals are strong. The guitar solos are strong. The songs, the lyrics, the melodies, everything's really powerful." This is the part where he talks about Kiss. Asked about the longevity of his solo career, he said, "It was hard in the beginning, but now I've picked up a lot of steam. In fact, I remember when I first signed with E1 Music. Now they sold the record company to MNRK Music Group, and I'm still working with the same people. But I remember the guy that signed me to the label. He told me that before Anomaly came out, he said a lot of people said to him, 'You're not even going to get the record.' Because Paul and Gene had pretty much tried to destroy my credibility by calling me a drunk and a drug addict and somebody who was not dependable. But if that were the case, how did I make 5 albums? And I've been touring steadily for the past 10 years plus. Doesn't make any sense. They contradict themselves all the time. Now they're putting me down and saying if I came up and played with them on the farewell tour, it would mar their performance. Paul said on the Howard Stern show, you might as well call the band Piss instead of Kiss if I got up on stage with them. Well, when this album comes about, it's going to make him look like an imbecile." The one thing I keep coming back to is the fact that Ace and Peter are not going to be up on stage with Kiss at what increasingly appears like their actual final shows. Certainly that's what they're promoting it as, and they're getting up there in age. They're not going to be able to perform forever. So to not be able to really work things out for these 2 performances, just to have them maybe do an encore, I think that would make this farewell, this grand finale of their career, really something over the top. But these interpersonal relationships just get in the way of that, unfortunately. I think a lot of fans, most fans would want to see this at the final 2 shows. If you've got tickets for those shows, it would definitely be iconic. Either way, Kiss has had a legendary career, and their current band is definitely awesome. No doubt about it. I've seen them live. They put on a hell of a show. You can't take that away from them. But I think it would be missing the mark if they didn't have Ace and Peter participate. But I gotta be real, doesn't look like that's gonna happen. See you in the next Rock Feed video.